Hey you guys, welcome back to Retro Movie Palace, the channel that tackles 70s, 80s, and 90s movies. You know this because you're a fan. Because you're a fan, you know that we tackle regular subjects, such as 10 facts that you may not know about a certain movie. A fact that you may not know about myself is that I'm Dutch. Paul Verhoeven is Dutch, famous director, lots of classics. We're talking today about Total Recall. Sharon Stone and Arnold Schwarzenegger saved the day in this classic. Do you know everything about it, though? 10 facts you may not know about Total Recall.
In the 1990 film Total Recall, directed by Paul Verhoeven and starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, the story follows Douglas Quaid, a construction worker who discovers his implanted memories of a Mars adventure might be honest. As he unravels the truth, he becomes embroiled in a conflict against a Martian dictator. Despite a troubled production history, the film was a commercial success, blending themes of identity and reality with impressive practical effects. Its ambiguous ending and exploration of authoritarianism have cemented its classic science fiction film status, spawning adaptations and earning praise for Schwarzenegger's performance. Let's find out 10 facts about Total Recall. Number 1. Dan O'Bannon and Ronald Shusett, the minds behind Total Recall and Alien. Before crafting the iconic horror classic Alien, Dan O'Bannon and Ronald Shusett penned Total Recall's screenplay a decade earlier. O'Bannon, known for his penchant for unconventional horror, had earlier works like Life Force, a tale of space vampires and impending doom. Total Recall marked a significant milestone, catapulting O'Bannon into the realm of big-budget productions and establishing him as a notable figure in the industry. The duo reunited for Hemoglobin, which later transformed into the low-budget horror film Bleeders. Number 2. From development limbo to big-screen success, Total Recall, based on Philip K. Dick's short story, We Can Remember It For You Wholesale, encountered a lengthy journey from conception to realization. Numerous studios undertook the endeavor, with successive writers attempting to refine and modernize the screenplay. The pressure mounted due to the project's substantial budget and the necessity of securing a high-profile lead actor. Compounding the challenge was the success of Blade Runner, the adaptation of Dick's Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, setting a high bar for Total Recall. Ultimately, the screenplay underwent a staggering 40 rewrites before the film finally came to fruition, highlighting the arduous path to bringing this sci-fi epic to the silver screen. Number 3. Arnold Schwarzenegger's influence on Total Recall. Arnold Schwarzenegger's involvement in Total Recall was more than just as the lead actor. It was a testament to his power in Hollywood. With a keen interest in the project, Schwarzenegger orchestrated a deal through his long-standing relationship with Carolco Pictures, convincing them to acquire the rights for him. One of his notable decisions was selecting director Paul Verhoeven, whom Schwarzenegger admired for his work on RoboCop, a film he was once considered for. Number 4. The authenticity of Martian guards in Total Recall. The Martian guards in Total Recall exuded an air of authority, not just through their performances, but because they were all genuine military personnel. Everyone portraying a guard in the Mars scenes was a real-life soldier, predominantly American Marines. The only other permitted extras were American naval officers. It remains uncertain whether this decision stemmed from a funding agreement with the American military, or simply because using actual military personnel eliminated the need to teach actors to appear imposing and disciplined. This casting choice added an extra layer of authenticity to the film, as the guards naturally carried themselves with the demeanor and presence befitting their roles, contributing to the overall atmosphere of the Martian setting. Number 5. Futuristic train scene in Total Recall. In Total Recall, the thrilling sequence where Arnold Schwarzenegger's character speeds through a futuristic train system wasn't a product of elaborate set design or CGI magic. It was real. The station and the vehicles featured in the scene were part of Mexico City's public transportation system. The decision to utilize these elements was primarily driven by convenience, as the filming location was already set in Mexico for various other reasons. Fortunately, Mexico City's train system was readily available and boasted advanced technology that aligned well with the film's futuristic setting. While a few minor adjustments were necessary, to enhance the futuristic vibe, the overall authenticity of the location added an extra layer of realism to the scene. Number 6. Criticism of gender representation in Total Recall. Total Recall has faced criticism for its gratuitous violence and portrayal of women. Susan Faludi, a prominent critic, labeled it as part of a trend where women are either relegated to minor mute roles or absent from action-oriented films. This critique echoes broader concerns about the representation of women in 80s and 90s cinema, particularly in genres like sci-fi and horror. Total Recall garnered heightened scrutiny as it arrived towards the end of an era dominated by such films, characterized by their exaggerated aesthetic and emphasis on action. This criticism underscores the need for greater diversity and sensitivity in depicting women in film, highlighting the importance of addressing such concerns within the industry. Number 7. Sharon Stone's role in Total Recall and subsequent controversy. While Arnold Schwarzenegger's portrayal of Quaid in Total Recall is widely celebrated, Sharon Stone's depiction of his wife Laurie has sparked controversy over the years. Director Paul Verhoeven pushed for more revealing scenes involving Stone, particularly during her love scene with Schwarzenegger. Despite his urging, Stone refused to bare more skin than she already had during filming. She agreed to pose for Playboy in the issue released alongside the movie as a compromise. However, Verhoeven remained unsatisfied and later claimed to have gotten her back. Number 8. Connections between RoboCop and Total Recall. Arnold Schwarzenegger's link to RoboCop extends beyond his near casting as the titular character. He handpicked RoboCop's director, Paul Verhoeven, for Total Recall. Another notable connection lies in the characters of Richter in Total Recall and Clarence Boddicker in RoboCop. Kurtwood Smith, who portrayed Boddicker, initially declined the role of Richter as he felt the characters were too similar. Ronnie Cox, who played Dick Jonas in RoboCop, agreed to portray Cohagen in Total Recall, despite the characters' similarities. These connections between the two films highlight the overlapping themes and character dynamics present in both, adding an intriguing layer to the cinematic universe crafted by Verhoeven. Number 9. Foreshadowing in Total Recall. Total Recall employs a unique approach to foreshadowing that goes beyond subtle hints, with characters outright stating key plot points. This technique is evident from the beginning, as Bob McClane outlines the mission to Quaid, bluntly stating, "Get the girl, kill the bad guys, and save the entire planet," mirroring the events that unfold. This approach to foreshadowing adds a layer of irony and anticipation to the narrative, as viewers are aware of what's to come while the characters navigate their journey. Number 10. David Cronenberg's departure from Total Recall. David Cronenberg's involvement in Total Recall commenced early in the project's development, driven by his passion for the material. He dedicated a year to crafting his vision for the film. However, Cronenberg ultimately parted ways with the production due to creative differences. His story interpretation closely adhered to the source material, which appealed less to mainstream theater audiences. Ron Shusett, one of the producers, expressed a desire for a more commercially viable approach, likening it to Raiders of the Lost Ark Goes to Mars. Subsequently, Paul Verhoeven, known for his blockbuster-friendly style, took the helm as director. Cronenberg's brief involvement highlights the challenges of balancing artistic vision with commercial appeal in Hollywood filmmaking. Total Recall is a testament to the enduring legacy of sci-fi cinema, offering a thrilling blend of action, intrigue, and existential themes. Despite its controversies and behind-the-scenes challenges, Total Recall remains a beloved classic, solidifying its place in the pantheon of science fiction cinema. Did learning about the extensive development process of Total Recall change your perception of the film? And if so, how? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. Take care until the next one, and feel free to drop a comment sharing your thoughts. See you soon.